What is going on, everybody? My name is Eric, aka Harlequin Soul. You're watching Why You Can Succeed, Part 2. If you like this video, please leave a like, comment, share, and also go follow my Facebook page, Harlequin Soul Secret Apex, and I would very much appreciate that. But this is part 2 of Why You Can Succeed, and let's get right on into it. We stopped at let's see where we stopped. We stopped at why I know I'll succeed. Okay, we got that out of the way. Now I want to talk about something else. We're gonna talk about several things, probably a lot of things, but we're gonna start here first on this episode. Anyways, your mind is like a piece of land. Alright. Your mind is like a piece of land. Just think about it like this. This is something I learned from Earl Nightingale. Think about your brain like a farm, and you have plants that you have to plant, and you have animals that you have to take care of, and you have animals that you have to slaughter to feed your family and all that, and think of that as like the percentage of how much humans use our brains nowadays. We only use like 5% man. We only use like 5% of our brains. The majority of people on this earth only use about 5% of their brains, and to me that's like, hey, grow some crops to feed yourself. That's like doing just enough of what you can do on your farm just to survive, and no further. You got the crops, you got a few animals, and you're being fed. You have healthy things to eat. You're surviving, but you don't go any further than that. And what I mean by that is, hey, you could grow crops, you can have animals, you can breed animals, you can plant more crops and a different variety of plants. You can plant all types of things. You can breed animals, all types of animals, and you can make more animals, and you can have more meat. You can start a market, hey, and sell meat. You can start a market and sell meat, fucking plants, all types of stuff. But you don't have to stop just because you're surviving. You can keep going, and we all know this, you know what I mean? But it's a matter of actually getting in the mindset of and believing that you can do it, because a lot of people don't believe that they can do more than just survive. They think that this is what I can do, so I'm just gonna do this because I don't want to die, instead of going any further than that. Yeah, if you got your popcorn, if you got your, little J, if you got a little blunt, you know what I mean, light that bitch up, man. Sit here and chill with me, smoke with me. Puff puff pass up in this motherfucker. But anyways, besides that, we're gonna chill. We just gonna be chill up in here. We're not gonna rush this. But I also want to talk to you guys about me and my mentalness, and but I have Asperger's syndrome, if you didn't know. A lot of people know that now. I was actually diagnosed with Asperger's 4 years ago, and I didn't know until this year that I was diagnosed with Asperger's. But ever since I was diagnosed with it, I've been able to accept my way of thinking, and the things I have problems with, like anxiety and depression, and my social problems. Like, it's hard for me to keep good eye contact, or it's hard for me to pronounce things sometimes, and it's hard for me to just talk to people in general sometimes. It gets hard for me, but I've fought that very well so far. I've actually been doing very, very well with not only dealing with my Asperger's, but coping with it and seeing it as something that's okay to have and something that is actually, it can actually be beneficial in my life, you know. But yeah, I have Asperger's. It's a type of autism, and I'm not afraid to admit that uh, I don't feel any shame about having Asperger's at all. I don't see any problem with it. But anyways, the next thing I want to talk about is conformity. Acting like everyone else, and here's why. Majority of the people stay where they're at once they get there. You know what I mean? They may get a job, and maybe they get a manager's position, and they stay there forever instead of keeping it going. Using your skills to create your own business. You know what I mean? And then giving other people jobs so that there'll be one business that is doing what you're doing, and they have people working for them, but they can't always have a lot of people. So you can have your own business that's doing the same thing as somebody else, and then you can hire people, and then those people finally have a job. You know what I mean? So it's all about building yourself up to something, get good at it, believe in yourself, and then create something out of it that can benefit you, your family, and then possibly tons of other people. You know what I mean? You don't have to go through life just benefiting you and your family. Your purpose on earth, which is something that I've learned from Joe Marshala, is your purpose on earth is to nurture it. And if you're nurturing earth, you're nurturing everybody and everything. And why not? You know what I mean? I know, a lot of people just feel like, I just need to take care of myself and all that. You know what I mean? And I get that. But once you get to a certain point in your life, and if you become successful and you're taking care of yourself and your family, why not help take care of the planet? Why not help try and make this planet better? Because if not, then what's gonna happen is you're just gonna die. Your kids, they're gonna grow up, and hopefully they try and make some difference, but because of what you did, you became successful, and you took care of yourself, and you took care of your family, but you didn't take care of anybody else. You didn't nurture the planet. You didn't help homeless people. You didn't try to help people in need. You didn't build anything to give back to the community. You didn't do anything like that. Then your kids are probably just going to do the same thing. And it's kind of a form of being selfish, because why stop at just you and your family being okay? Why stop there? I want to become successful, more successful than I already am, and help myself, of course, help my family, of course, and then I want to help other people. I want to build a place where people can get a job. I want to build all types of places where people can have a job there. You know what I mean? There's all types of ways to give people a job, to help people make money, because we can't help that money is important, but it is. And so therefore you must use it to your advantage to make things better, to make this a better place. You know what I mean? Don't just get rich and then be like, I did it, I finally fucking did it. No, get rich and keep on going, keep working, keep doing things so that you can provide for a whole shit ton of people. You don't have to just provide for yourself and your family. I mean, you can, but what does that all matter? That you just did that? You saved yourself and your family? Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's great. That's wonderful. I don't advise not seeing that as a good thing and not chasing after just doing that, because who cares? You can do that. You can become successful and take care of yourself and your family and be perfectly fine with that. That's you, and that's okay. But all I'm saying is that there's more. There's more than just that. You know, some people, I mean, people like me, you want to die a hero. You don't want to die have, not making any type of change at all. I mean, it's somewhat horrible. I want to be a part of why something is changing for the better. I don't want to just take care of myself and take care of my family and then grow old and die and be happy that I provided for my family. I want to save people, man, because some people need to be saved. There's people with horrible mental problems that need to be saved. There's people that are poor and can't get a job and they're homeless and they need help. You know what I mean? They really need help. They need help to get them to where they need to be so that they can start stabilizing their life and becoming independent and taking care of themselves and not just surviving, but then doing more. That's all I want to do, is just do more. I want to keep doing more and more and more and more and providing for the people, which is everyone. That's what I want. And next, I'm gonna flip the page here. Light this back up. And you guys, man, just chill with me, man. Just chill with me. You guys ain't gotta be in a rush to hear all this information. Just chill, ride it out with me, man. And we could talk about some stuff, man. Think in positive terms and you will receive positive results. I promise. I want to talk about the lack of money. The lack of money is a very frustrating thing, especially for a person like me that wants to build businesses and give people jobs and all that takes money. You know what I mean? Because there's so much things. There's so many things that I have ideas to do now that I could do if only I had the money for it. But unfortunately, I don't, and that's okay. That's fine, because just like everybody else, I need to work, and I need to work for things. I need to deserve it. I don't need to just have it handed to me. That'd be kind of fucked up in a way. You know what I mean? If it was handed to me, I could do what I gotta do, and I could do what I'm saying that I want to do, and that'd be great. But it may take away from my learning process, because the lack of money is a negative thing. And like I said in the last part, negativity can be used to educate you. You know what I mean? And if the money was just handed to me, I may miss out on a lot of things that I need to learn. So, I mean, I don't have a problem with the lack of money. I do have a problem with it, actually. It's a fucking struggle. But I will continue to deal with it and keep working so that one day I can change that. And I'm pretty positive that I will, because I want to. And that's all it's about. If you want it, then you will get it. If you want it bad enough, you will get it, because you will know how to do it. You will find the things you need to learn to achieve it. It's just simple as that. If you want to achieve a certain thing, if you want to learn how to build a desk, you can just go on YouTube and it'll show you how to build a desk, and there you have a desk. If you want to sell that desk, you can sell that desk, make some money, make another desk, and sell that desk, and build a whole business of making desk and selling desk. You can do that. It's all it takes, use the internet, man. Read books if you want to. I mean, personally, I don't read very much, but if you want to read, then read. Go to the library, man. There's so much information. I've been to the library before, and I was surprised by how much I could just read and learn. I read a Albert Einstein book. It was full of a bunch of things that Albert Einstein said during his life, and I loved reading it. I wrote down so many quotes, but unfortunately, I can't find the book right now where I wrote those quotes down, but I might find it one day, and that'd be pretty cool. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and stop this and start recording again, because I can only record for 15 minutes. I will be right back. Alright, guys. So yeah, a lack of money is it's the struggle, it's a problem, but if you want and if you have the will, then you will earn more money. You will do what you got to do to make it, man. You know what I mean? Just don't worry about the lack of money right now, man, because you have the capacity in your mind to do what you want to do. And if making more money is what you want to do, you can do that. So, it's something you shouldn't stress about. You know what I mean? Just work, 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 work. You know what I mean? Do it. Just do it, man. You can do that. And I know anxiety and depression plays a big part in having a job and it making it harder. Um, Not a lot of people know this, but I work at Waffle House, man. And that job is very stressful and causes me a lot of anxiety and stress because all day long I'm in front of people that just want food and want to talk, and it's very stressful because sometimes it gets really busy and people get mad and they're staring at you and talking about you. You're right in front of people. When you work at Waffle House, it's like you're on a stage all the time. Like, there's the back room where you go back there and you're yourself in the back room, but once you go out there on the floor, it's like you have to start performing. It's like a performance that you're putting on for these people. Like, I'm a cook and I be flipping my spatulas and doing tricks and shit, and I try to keep a positive attitude, and I talk to people, and I try to be nice and keep a smile on my face, and be cool with people, and it's not being fake. It's the performance that you have to put on in order to make that money. I get paid pretty decent at Waffle House, so I'm not complaining. I'll do it every single day for the rest of my life if I have to. If I never succeed, which I doubt, then shit, I could just stay at Waffle House. Fuck it, you know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with that. But I have plans and I have goals, and I plan on fulfilling what I said I was going to do. I'm not going to stop. You know what I mean? I cannot stop because that would just be me, what's that word? I forgot, but fuck, man, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna quit on myself, man. That would be horrible for my mental health, honestly. My mental health would be fucking horrible if I just quit on myself because I'm not reaching success at the rate that I want. You know what I mean? You're not gonna reach success at the rate that you want, but you will achieve it because you're thinking positive and you will receive positive results. I'm gonna repeat that, a lot of times, because it's true. If you think in positive terms, you will receive positive thoughts. There's no other way. You know what I mean? Because there's always going to be 50% of negativity, and if you don't think in positive terms, that 50% of negativity is going to turn into 100% of negativity, and that's not good for anybody. You're going to wind up in jail. You're going to wind up hurting somebody or hurting yourself, wind up in jail. You're going to be homeless. Those are the things that happens when you're surrounded by negativity and you don't try and escape it. And and if the negativity gets into your head and you just let it stay there and you let the negativity grow and grow and grow without fighting back with the 50% of positivity that you need in your life, then that's really bad, man. You're gonna fall hard. You need to balance that shit out, or things are gonna go horribly. And that's just truth. That's natural as shit. If you don't put in that 50% of positivity, there's automatically going to be 100% of negativity all day long, 24/7, 365 days a year. Nothing but negativity because you won't fight back with the 50% of positivity that you were given, which is your brain and your heart. You're a good person, that. And you're a pretty smart person too. I mean, I didn't graduate from high school. I got my GED, but I didn't get a lot of education. But just because I'm bad at math and science and all that shit that they taught me in school, like history and all that shit, I didn't remember a lot of that shit. I don't remember it at all. But there's a lot of things that I teach myself now that that's good, because we got YouTube and things like that. We have the internet. You don't have to go to college to learn about anything. You can just simply go on the internet and you can learn about anything that you want for free. The only thing going to college does is you get to take classes and interact with people that want to learn the same thing as you, and you can interact with a person that knows a lot about that subject. And college is about interacting and getting a fucking degree and all that shit. That's what college is for. It's about the social aspect of learning, and that's really all college is really based on, is the interaction with people as you learn. And then fortunately for the people that do it and they stick with it, they get to get a degree that certifies that they're awesome at this certain thing, and that if you want to hire a good person for this certain thing, let's say a fucking surgeon, you know what I mean? If you want to hire a good surgeon, then you can look at this guy, you can meet this guy and talk to him and see that he has a degree and all that you need to be a surgeon, and that's just like a piece of paper that lets people know that you can do something that they need you to do, which is great. But you don't have to go to college in order to succeed, because you can be an entrepreneur. You can build your own thing, you know what I mean? You can get a day job and save money like I'm doing. You can do what I'm doing and build your own business, you know what I mean? You don't have to go to college and get a degree and hope somebody that needs you will hire you. Nah, how about you just build your own thing, you know what I mean? You can go to college for that too if you want to, but really you can do that from your apartment, just like I'm trying to do. I'm not saying I have completely succeeded, what I want, because I'm not rich. I'm nowhere close to being rich, and I'm nowhere close to what I really, really want in life. But what I can say is I am where I want to be in life. At 21 years old, I'm exactly where I want to be in life. I have a job, I have a house, and I have a computer, a TV, and everything I can use to make these videos that I'm making right now. I'm doing what I want to do as a 21-year-old, and it's just going to continue, and it's going to grow and grow and grow and grow. That's how that works. And so I don't need to go to college. I kind of would like to go to college. That'd be cool, but I don't need to, because for when I'm an entrepreneur, I want to build my own business and I want to get it out of the mud. I don't want it to be handed to me in no type of way. I want to get it out of the mud. I want to work for it, and I want to work hard for it, because when I do get it, I'll truly believe that I deserve it and that I can use it as my advantage to doing what I need to do, which is, changing things. I don't think I can change the world or in the way the world works, but I can help as many people as possible and give them jobs, and that's basically the main part, is giving people a job. So many people need a job, and I want to make that happen. And not just that, there's people with a job that need a better job because they have a skill for a better job. What if I need somebody, I need somebody that's good with electronics. I'm gonna need them, and I'm gonna pay them good money to come and do what I need them to do with electronics. If I need a cameraman, I need a cameraman. And I'm not gonna start off by going get some fucking expensive ass cameraman. Fuck that. No, I'm gonna find somebody that I think is good with a camera, because there's millions of people around the world. There's so many people around the world. I can find that person. All I gotta do is be like, hey man, you wanna be a cameraman? And hey, if he say yeah, and then I give him the camera and say, hey, show me your skills, make this video look cool, and he make it look cool, and he's good at doing that and editing videos and all that, then bam, he has a job in doing that. You know, it's all about finding people that need it and then giving them the job, providing them with a good pay, and then, you know, bam, you have your own business right there. You know, it's that's what I want to do, man. But anyways, let's move on. Selling drugs is not the answer. A lot of people turn to selling drugs and shit, you know, because, you know, it could be a possibility that it can help them, you know, make more money. And it's completely understandable. Of course, you know, if you can make easy money off of selling shit, you know, you're gonna probably do it because you need the money. But it isn't the answer, okay? Because some people, they want to stick with that shit and do it because they think that nothing else can provide for them as much as selling drugs can. But the problem with selling drugs is that it's illegal, right? So there's a chance that you can go to jail and be charged with things, and you don't want that. You know, nobody wants that. And so therefore, that is why selling drugs is not the answer. You know, if we weren't gonna go to jail for selling drugs, then everybody would try to fucking sell drugs. I mean, you know what I mean? But it's not the answer because of the fact that it can get you in a lot of trouble and ruin a lot of things for you. And you don't need that. That's negativity, and you don't need that. You need to fight that back. And I ain't gonna lie, I've sold some shit, you know what I mean, in my past life, you know, and my earlier years in life, you know what I mean. But it never really got me nowhere, you know what I mean. I made some money, but it's all gone now simply because I don't want to get in trouble. Fuck that, man. I don't want to go to jail. Fuck it, man. You know what I mean? Fuck that shit. I'm not going to jail because I'm trying to sell some shit. You know what I mean? Fuck that shit, man. You know, so I'm gonna stick to my job, and I'm gonna try and save the money as best as I can. Luckily, I have my grandma here to help me and other people in my family to help me. But, you know, no, that's not the answer, because that increases the chance of you just ruining your whole life, and you don't need that. So selling drugs is definitely not the answer, guys. You know, I'm definitely never gonna do it again, just because it caused me too much paranoia. You know, it just stressed me out too much because it's illegal. You know what I mean? You're doing something that's illegal that you know can put you in prison, and you know you could be there for a very long time, and you don't want that. That's horrible. You don't want to be locked up. So it's not a good idea, guys. So don't try to sell drugs. Next thing I got here. Treat everyone as if they were the most important person in the world. That's another thing, another quote by Earl Nightingale that I like. Treat everybody you come across as if they were the most important person in the world for like 30 days, you know what I mean? You don't have to be like, okay, I'm gonna do it and then do that forever. Now, you know what, you just try it out for 30 days. I'm actually in the process of doing that right now. You know, everybody that I see, I try to look at them as if they're the most important person in the world. You know why? Because we all are. Every last person you come across is the most important person in the world. I am, you are, and everyone else is, because we are the animals on this earth with the brain we have the brains that can do the shit, you know, the shit that can make the world a better place. We have the brain to make that happen. And if everybody looked at each other like that, then could you only imagine how better a place this world would be if everybody looked at each other like they were the most important person in the world, and nothing bad should ever happen to them. You know what I mean? If everybody did that, no bad. My bad, guys. But unfortunately, we know that, the world isn't going to be like that. And if it ever is, it's not going to happen anytime soon. So we just have to deal with it and go with what we got. So just keep working hard and just keep doing the damn thing. You know what I mean? Just don't give up. You know what I mean? Giving up is the worst thing you can do. So just believe in yourself. Think in positive terms and you will receive positive results.